I would say to you is, I think the guys in the studio need to have a word with themselves, because they obviously know football, but because they're connected to the club, we're having this conversation about Wayne Rooney, and they've got these rose-tinted glasses on about how good he's been for the club and how we'll find a position for him and not to write him off. It's not doing anyone any favours, this. Listen, Brian Robson was a great player for Man United, but he couldn't come and play in midfield for us at this moment in time. So we need to get off the subject of, is he good enough, is he not good enough? He isn't good enough at the moment. Everybody with a footballing brain realises it. Tonight he looked average against a really poor team that we played against, and he was up front in his favoured role. His touch is awful. He looks a bit chubby to me. He's not covering the ground quick enough to chase the ball, to press the ball. So he can't play up front. And then putting that same player who has those faults into our midfield is causing us to have a bad season. You saw tonight, Carrick, Snyder and Herrera, they all had a bit of pace and a bit of youthfulness about them running around the pitch. Even Carrick controlling it behind the two younger players. It was brilliant. And that was the main positive for me tonight, having them to get 90 minutes, or the vast majority of 90 minutes. So we can't carry on talking about Wayne Rooney, because the more we do this, it's going to affect our season. We can't get in the first 11. He's got to be on the bench. He either replaces Zlatan or he plays in the cup games. And we can't keep going on about how great he's been and giving him time, because that isn't how football works. And he wouldn't get into his side.
Keith, hang on a minute, Keith. Keith, hang on a minute. Are you writing him off then completely? Are you writing him off? Are you writing him off completely?
Yeah.
Well, then you're totally out of order. You haven't seen Rooney then doing what he's done over the period of time at Manchester United. The boy is having a bad time. He is having a bad time.
No, that's my point. That's my point. You're referring to a couple of years ago. You're not talking about in the last couple of years. He's been rubbish in the last few years, and it doesn't matter how good he was a few years ago. And you ask any United fan without rose-tinted glasses on about him, he shouldn't be in the team, especially in a three in midfield. Fact.
Well, okay, but you can't overlook what he's done, or even lately what he's done for England, for Manchester United. He's the leading goal scorer. He's going to be the leading goal scorer of Manchester United in just a matter of time. Because he's having a bad time at the minute, you're writing him off at 30, what is he, 30 years of age, 31 years of age?
in October, yeah.
You know, you can't do that.
He's played 15 years of football.
He's played what?
He's played 15 years of top-level football almost.
So what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
He's a lot older than his age on his passport in football terms. And any United fan can say he's done nothing for the last 2 years for the club. And you can't either play him up front or you don't play him in midfield.
I disagree with you. Sorry, you've made your point. I disagree with you.